Hi, my name's Yasmin and I'm the DM.
Hi, my name is Samantha. I play Laura Greyvale and she is a sorceress from the province of Nephalia.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I play Ogvar Shawfort, the goat-herding, mushroom-seeking ranger from Kessig.
Hi, I'm Rick, and I play Otto, a spring sage from Hanweir sworn to the land, wandering the plain and setting wrongs to right with his ursine companion, Bojo.
Otto and Cave discovered that the mine monstrosities were not entirely eliminated, as a cloying cloud on the cavern ceiling went on the offensive. It was swiftly dispatched, but not before it had temporarily sapped them of some of their strength, leaving our druid a little drained as a result. Ogvar, along with Orland, had taken his leave, trundling outside the town's walls into the wilds of the Kessigan forests on a folly for appropriate foliage with which to festoon the upcoming community celebrations of both life and loss. A spot of sticky oddness with Orland created intrigue for our ranger. This inevitably led to an uncomfortable, if not inappropriate, exchange, as the sentient satchel did not hide his abject disdain for Ogvar's overt curiosity. But, as always, peculiar things have a way of popping up on the horizon. Some of them are not easily explained, nor, necessarily, do they come to a satisfactory conclusion. Episode 197, Ails Well That Ends Well.
You grab hold of Orland's, one of Orland's straps, Ogvar, and there was a moment when you are holding his strap, and his strap is in your hand, and this is just sounding worse and worse the more I talk.
Yeah, keep digging. You're in a hole. Keep going.
It's not sticky. And then, as soon, a second or two passes, and then the strap is whipped out of your hand, as you almost get like an accusatory glare from Orland, and you can feel it boring into you, even though he has no eyeballs.
He infers an accusatory glare. That's good.
No more playing with the straps.
Sorry. Well, Orland, I'm not entirely sure what's... I don't know whether it's the tree, or there's something wrong with the tree, or there's something wrong with us. I'm not quite sure what's happened. But I think the best thing to do is move on, and we'll say nothing more of it.
Okay.
What happens in Fight Club stays in Fight Club.
What happens in the woods stays in the woods.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. So you move on from this.
It involved leather and straps.
Yeehaw!
It's a bit freaky out in Kessig.
Otto's glad he's in the mine. He can't hear anything, but he just feels that it's the right place for him. The woods don't feel safe. Not with Ogvar around.
What, in a dungeon?
Oh.
It's safer. The dungeon is safer. There's less straps and chains.
Are you sure you're talking about the same dungeon?
Depends which dungeon.
It sounds like there's less straps and chains than where Ogvar is.
Oh my god, my cheeks hurt.
Dear.
My cheek muscles actually hurt. Ow.
Also, the sticky spots, you know where they're sticky. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, this has really gone into someone's basement, doesn't
You're really glad we
No, it's a
can't
mine.
see. You're really glad you can't see UV, right, Rick?
Yep.
Oh! Blacklight! No!
You look like a Jackson Pollock.
Have fun, Ogvar. Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
I think I got her.
Did you get the screenshot? I didn't. I was trying.
Okay.
I was going to say that I inhaled instead of swallowed, but that's it, no, just
Timing, not good.
No.
Wrong analogy.
Right. Okay. Moving swiftly on.
Yeah, I think we all want to, don't we?
My cheeks actually hurt. Ow.
Which
Ogvar,
set?
you spend. Fuck me. Jesus Christ, woman.
And this is your mother.
For the
I know.
love of Avicin, let's just move on.
We've been trying, but we seem to be stuck at the
Someone-
moment. But
someone
it does
keeps on
seem to be
dragging the
bringing a
level down.
smile to your face.
Okay. So, Ogvar, you spend a couple of hours in the woods finding all of this stuff. And by the time, you're hitting, I'm going to say like mid-afternoon, you kind of left the church around midday. So it's kind of spent a couple of hours, it's mid-afternoon. By the time you kind of look up at the sun and realise, I'm going to have to get back, otherwise I'm not going to have enough time to do anything else. You've gathered together a really decent array of living wood, pine cones, leaves, various branches, flowers, a whole assortment of natural goodies which look quite beautiful and just require some assembly. And you're able to kind of get back to the town in time to take whatever next steps you want to take to start decorating the place or setting things up. And what we'll do is we'll leave you with that thought. So if you want to take a thought, think about perhaps what you might want to do with all of your goodies, whether you want to engage with help with other people, or whether you just want to try and do it by yourself. Just have a think about what you might want to do to decorate the town, or certainly decorate this area between the church and the rhubarb and elderflower. It's almost kind of like communal, not exactly a square, but it's like the communal kind of area between the two kind of focal points of the town. And we will head back to Laura, who stepped out of the church at midday and decided to go and see Paul.
Well, yes. So she's gone back up the ladder, and the first thing she's going to do is go. Well, she's going to stick her head into the galley. Paul, hello. Are you in the galley?
Oh,
Paul?
hello, Miss Laura.
Oh, hi, Paul. Are you all right?
Oh, I'm all right. I think I might have a cold. I'm
Fabulous.
feeling like death.
Oh, Laura raises her bushy eyebrow.
Achoo!
Has not been attended to? Oh, well, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure it'll pass. Yeah.
Yes, it'll pass on.
Yeah. I'm just going to nip downstairs. I'm back on the ship for a bit. Ogvar's out collecting some bits and pieces from the woodland. And, the others, Esther and our newest recruit, Kaif, and Otto, they've gone back to the mine to help clear things out. I mean, I'm sure you caught some of the conversation as to what had gone on. Anyway, in case you didn't, and Laura will go into explaining to Paul what happened. In a potted version, but explaining to him what had happened.
Okay, you explained to Paul what happened, and you think he got it, but he does appear to kind of phase out at some points. And I would say that I mean metaphorically and literally.
Yeah. Anyway, she finishes up telling him that. And I think partly it's for her own sanity that she goes back through it as well. So, regardless of whether he phases in and out through the walls, she will continue to tell the tale because I think she's getting as much from it as anybody else. Once she's finished, okay, Paul, I'm going to go down to my cabin because, well, my clothes are absolutely filthy. I'm going to try and clean these up somehow. I'm sure I've got some clean ones down there that I think somebody picked me up some spare clothing at Hollow Henge or whatever. I'll go and find something. Because these are just filthy. I don't suppose you're able to clean clothes as well as cook, are you? Paul? Hello?
I can give it a go.
You know what? That's not what you were hired to do. Don't worry about it, Paul. I'm not going to put that on you. I'll sort it out, but thank you. While I'm here, before I go and do that, there is going to be a celebration come memorial for people in the town tonight. They've got an inn here called the Rhubarb and Elderflower, and I think they're going to probably sort some of the food, but do you think we've got enough in the galley to offer something decent to go with the feast? I mean, it's a large number of people in the town, but, you know, kind of like finger food. I don't mean like finger food, I mean finger food, you know, small stuff. Do you think we've got enough in here to rustle something up? I mean, I don't mind helping.
He kind of floats over to a bunch of barrels and he starts clanking and opening up barrels and apparently taking a look around, and you see he goes to look in a barrel but he's forgotten to take the lid off, so his head just phases through the top of the barrel as he looks into it. Should be able to make something.
I'll tell you what, I'll pop into town. They've got some shops in town as well. I'll see if there are any provisions and supplies. I don't mind getting some more supplies, and I'll see what I can rustle up, and I'll bring you some more supplies, see what we can do with them. I don't expect you to do it all on your own. If you want a hand, then Ogvar and I'll try and help.
Okay.
Okay, Paul. That's great. Oh, okay then. Right, well, I'll see you in a bit then. And she kind of wanders out the galley and thinking, he sounds a bit depressed today. Yeah. Anyway, she walks away and she goes down decks to her cabin and starts trying to sort out some clean clothes for herself.
Okay. So you head down decks, you go to your cabin. You see that someone, you're guessing probably Genric, has actually managed to jerry-rig a shower of some kind using what appears to be a decanter of endless water.
Cool.
And a miniature portable foxhole or something you would recognise to collect the water as it pools in the bottom of the shower tray.
That's brilliant.
So you are able to get washed up. You were able to get some clean clothes on. There are some spare clothes in your wardrobe in your room, and you were able to get yourself tidied up and smelling better.
Yep. That's exactly what she would do. And once she's finished that process, she's going to come back up deck. She'll call cheerily into the galley and say, "Right, I'm off now. I'm going to go and see if I can get some bits and pieces for us, Paul. I'll see you a bit later. Bye."
Paul doesn't respond, but you can see that he's already started. You can hear like the quick trrrr of him chopping something up at an incredible speed. And he appears to have already set about to starting to prepare some sort of food. You don't know what.
As Alora is climbing back down the ladder, she's thinking to herself, "Good God, I hope nobody's given him those Vorpal knives." And she continues down the ladder with that thought.
What did you do with the Vorpal knives?
I think they would have gone along with everything else that we got from Saltstone, all the spare gear, which we had loads of stuff. It's probably gone into the hold somewhere. The valuable items will have gone into like a strong room, like a safe room that they put in, and the other general stuff will have gone into what do you call it? The supplies. What do you call the supplies on the ship?
Quartermasters?
Yes, the quartermaster stores.
Okay.
So I think she would have put the knives, I think they'd have put them into like secure storage.
Okay, can I have a 5% increment from each of you, please?
Ooh.
5%, right, got it.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, what are you doing?
right, sorry. Don't know, I was rolling dice.
What the fuck are you doing?
I looked at them and I thought, why am I rolling these? Okay, so I'll go, I don't know, 42 to 47.
Why? Why 42? Carry
What?
on.
Why not? It's 5%.
Nut job. Rick.
Well, I'm presuming you don't want me to also say 42 to 47.
Don't say 42 to 47, no.
I won't. If I say 36 to 41? Nah, let's do it 35 to 40. There you go.
Okay. And Ryan.
Can I do 70 to 75, please?
Okay. That's a D12 which I'm rolling. That doesn't help anything. Hang on. Let me just get the right die. That would help. $46 was rolled. Does that hit anyone's ranges?
Yes, mine.
Excellent.
Hey!
As you leave the kitchen, the galley, and you think, oh god, I hope Paul didn't have those vorpal knives, you hear a swing, and you look back and you do indeed see that he is wielding the vorpal knives.
The look on Alora's face is like, okay, yeah, so...
He appears to be having
Alright,
a
so-
great time with them. I mean, he's never diced vegetables so cleanly before.
I mean, I suppose she'd think, well, okay, I mean, we didn't say he could have them, but we didn't say that, I mean, he can get into the strong room, she's thinking, because he can just float through the wall. Yeah. Oh, well, okay, well, we'll have to discuss this. I don't mind him having them. I suppose that's what they were meant to be used for kitchen use, but I don't know. I'll speak to Esther later.
He is like an elite sashimi chef with them.
Well, she pokes her head back round the corner and just watches for a moment, and she also thinks that perhaps if somebody comes on the ship that shouldn't be on the ship is very safe. So all these thoughts going round in her head, she then retreats and just leaves it, goes back down the ladder and sort of goes off in search of Ogvar.
Okay. So Ogvar has disappeared off to the woods. You would have known that Ogvar has gone off to find decorations. You've been left with the job of finding food. So what is your next
Actually, she would.
step?
She wouldn't go look for Ogvar. I think she probably would go. She'd go to the local stores. She'd go to the local bakery. She'd go to the local general stores, and probably go look for things like a sack of flour, maybe some cheese, perhaps some cured meats, general things, eggs, and some milk. Things that you can make things out of, basically, and then perhaps some fruit, and then she would see if somebody could deliver them to the ship for her.
Okay. Could you? I'm just going to assume now that you're just going to go around to people. You're going to be like, you're going to say to them, whatever her name was,
Lena.
Lena. Lena, the local priestess. You know Lena. She's arranging for a celebration / ceremony this evening, and we need to get some food. Have you got anything you can donate to the cause? We've got a chef on the ship, and obviously we'll speak to the guy at the rhubarb. I'm assuming you're just going to go around to everyone and say like, "Hey, this is what's happening. Can you help? Can I buy stuff off you? What could we contribute to like this communal event?" Yeah.
Yes, and I think she would insist on paying for the things because she knows that since they started their journey, they are actually relatively wealthy with the things that they have collected. They've been most fortunate, and she wants to put something back into the town to give the town as much of a boost as possible.
Okay, so I'm not going to make you roll for it because the sentiment here is very much of the same opinion, where everyone kind of wants to contribute to a ceremony to celebrate and commemorate. Remember is probably the better word. So you are able to go around the various different places, most people are congregated in the square, so it's very easy for you to kind of head around and say, hey, who runs the bakery, who runs the butchers, who runs this, who runs that, and you're able to be pointed to the correct people. So you're able to talk to the bakers, butchers, a couple of farmers, a couple of very keen housewives who approach you, very keen to help. And you're able to kind of rally everyone together, including the owner, the barkeep of the rhubarb and elderflower, who approaches you and immediately gets to kind of rallying support as well. While you're going around, he's rallying support as well. And by the time you've spent perhaps half an hour, you've already kind of made some great friendships and connections with people. You've got people who are saying, oh, I've got chickens in my back garden, well, let's get some eggs, we'll get some eggs for you. Yeah, so everyone's kind of piling in, and you've got enough kind of raw ingredients to being donated, and you might try and pay, but these people are not taking your money.
Okay.
So by the time you finished, you've had enough kind of ingredients donated to the cause. You've spoken to the barkeep of the rhubarb and elderflower. You've said to him, hey, I've got a guy on our ship who is doing some cooking. He's preparing some food. I'm not really sure what he's preparing at the moment. I've just left him to it. But could you prepare some communal foods and communal bits and bobs? Perhaps like a big stew, enough stuff to kind of feed everyone. Can you sort out the alcohol? And you might try and offer him some money, and he'll probably take a couple of gold from you to cover the cost of the alcohol.
Yeah.
But with all of that going on, you've got a decent enough plan, and you're able to send what was his name? Jesus. NPCs. Who needs names?
It wasn't Jesus.
Definitely wasn't Jesus. No.
I know Lena mentioned a name of somebody at the rhubarb and elderflower that I didn't recognise. I thought it was a woman's name, but I don't know.
I can't remember what I said yesterday. You're able to find Oswald and Adam, and Oswald and Adam are quite happy to run. They start collecting stuff from people who are just generally kind of, people are scattered. They're going to their houses. They appear out with baskets full of cheese and eggs and flour and milk, and they start bringing it to the centre. And Oswald and Adam start basically loading up and running back and forth to the ship to take things up to Paul in the kitchen. Can you make me a listen check, please?
I can. Listen is...
And you know what? You as well, Ogvar. I think that's a reasonable thing to say.
Oh my god, it was a nat 1 + 7 for an 8.
That's a fantastic fail. You're very busy involved chatting to people, so you're not paying particular attention, and there's a bit of a hubbub around you. Ogvar?
I rolled an 11 with a +13 for a 24.
Okay,
Thank
brilliant.
God someone's paying attention.
It's probably about halfway through your excursion to find things in the woods when you hear a pair of, from the distance, and you can very easily pinpoint this as being the direction of the ship, you hear a twin, two screams, blood-curdling screams from the direction of the ship.
Oh dear.
Oh! What? Oh!
I will...
So is Ogvar on his way back at that point?
No,
did you
you're
say?
halfway through your rummaging, and I will say, these aren't screams of pain or... these are simply screams of fear. And Alora, you didn't hear this, so Ogvar's got no context. Well, Ogvar had no context anyways, but Alora, you don't hear this.
Okay.
There's a loud...
Could Ogvar get magic stone of fast speech or speech stone, or whichever one it
Yeah,
is?
you've got one. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the amulet, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
the amulet of fast speaking. Yeah, whatever it is.
The walkie-talkie.
Yeah. The amulet of walkie-talkie.
Ye old walkie-talkie.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I don't know if Ogvar's ever used one of these before. Elora, are you in town still? I just heard a lot of screaming. Well, not a lot of screaming, just screaming in general, but did you hear it? Are you okay?
Hi, Ogvar. Screaming? What screaming? From where? I'm in town. There's nothing going on here.
Well, I'm not in town, so I don't exactly know where it came from, but it sounds over your way. I was just checking in to make sure everything's tickety-boo.
Well, I'll take a look around. I'll take a look around. Over.
Okay. Elora, it is as you start to take a look around that you see two figures sprinting back through the gates at the north, absolutely herring it down the road. The shorter one trips, does a roly-poly, gets back up on his feet and immediately legs it again. As tumbling into the square, you see the terrified, pallid, sweaty forms of both Oswald and Adam. As Oswald goes, "Ghost!" and promptly falls over in a dead faint.
Are they? Is the second one running towards me still?
No, they've both kind of come screeching to a halt, and they're looking. Well, the other one's not looking at you because Oswald is on the floor, but Adam is looking at you with wide eyes, terror-stricken.
Okay.
As you sent them to deliver stuff on the ship with no warning.
Right. I think Elora would immediately realise what had gone on here. Doesn't take a genius to work it out. She'd put one hand out on his chest and say, "Now, which one's on the floor? Oswald?"
Oswald.
Adam, just breathe. Just stop. Did you take the supplies onto the ship?
He looks at you and just nods vigorously.
Okay, so I take it you have met Paul.
He just looks at you wide-eyed.
It's okay. Calm yourself. I understand your panic. I kind of thought you might have left the stuff next to the ship, and I thank you for being helpful on getting it onto the ship. I should have warned you. I apologise profusely. The gentleman that you have just met, yes, he is not technically living, but he is actually working for us. He is our chef, and actually he's a really nice guy, and he is an amazing cook, and he's going to be helping us out. Now, calm yourself. Let's deal with Oswald. We need to bring him round. Okay? So she's going to flip Oswald over, and she's going to give him a quick slap round the cheeks, going, "Come on, wakey, wakey. Wake up, wake up."
He shoots
Wakey,
upwards with an incredible speed. Ghost.
Yeah, she's going to grab him. She's going to pull him close and say, put a hand on his shoulder while she's got hold of the front of his tunic, and just go, "Calm yourself, it's okay. It's okay." She's going to explain the same thing again and just say, "We did ask him to remain on the ship," which he has done, and he does understand that people might perceive him, well, strangely. But he is actually a really good guy. Just calm yourself. It's okay, he's with us. Surely you've noticed by now, we're a bit of a strange bunch. We're kind of not like regular folk, I suppose. Hello? Are you okay?
They are both juddering in fear, but they're looking at you, and it's almost kind of this incomprehension that, hey, we have a ghost on our ship, and he cooks our meals for us, and he also wields knives like an absolute fucking demon. But, like, why? Why? They seem to kind of nod and accept it, but there is that kind of shell-shocked 100-yard stare to them where they are clearly terrified out of their wits.
Look, guys, he was a lost soul. Okay? You don't just leave lost souls to be lost. You try and help them. And until he is ready to go wherever his next part of his journey takes him, then we've taken him with us. I guess we took him in to protect him and give him work and give him a purpose. A new lease of life, shall you say. But actually, he's pretty handy with a set of kitchen knives. And I wonder whether he'd be more protection for us. If you know what I mean. She flips a few coppers out of her pocket, and she places it into the palm of each of their hands and then rolls their hand back up and says, "Look, it's been a hell of a shock for you. Why don't you pop over to the old R&E over there and just go see the innkeep and get yourself a drink. Just steady yourselves, okay?"
They both kind of nod dumbly at you, still processing the fact that, hey, we've got a ghost and this is completely normal, as they go to imbibe some liquid courage.
And she waves as they go, "Well, don't be a stranger." And then pulls a strange face as she turns around and kind of pulls that sort of Wallace and Gromit kind of look on her face as she walks off, like, uh-oh.
Okay.
So she strides off back to the ship.
Okay. You return to the ship, where you send the ladder, you head down to the galley, and as you swing open the galley door, you are greeted by the sight of a knife embedded firmly in the wood of the door. Does it fly past me, or is it already... No, it's already in the door.
Oh. Right.
And you can assume, piecing together the events and the various items which are the non-breakable items which are scattered on the floor, that Oswald and Adam have quite innocently wandered down towards where they assumed the kitchen would be to drop off the goods for you, expecting to see a normal human being, and were greeted by a ghost who attempted to murder them with a knife.
I know how I would react in a similar way.
I think she will sort of stop.
Bad when you say that.
I think she'd stop, look sideways into the back of the door, and go, and she'll wedge the knife up and down a little bit and go ching as she pulls it out of the wood. She'll put it down on one of the galley surfaces and she'll say, "I apologise, Paul. It wasn't their fault. I should have told them to leave the stuff outside the ship, and I should have told you that there would be some, or I should have told you that there would be some people with supplies arriving. That's my bad. That's my mistake. I'm sorry. That won't happen again. Now, there's a load of supplies. Obviously, they've dropped off. Did they bring them all up, or did I pass any on my way up?"
You can see that Paul has already got the majority of supplies on one of the big benches in front of him. There's just a couple of baguettes and stuff scattered around the floor by the door where clearly a basket has been dropped. But it appears that Paul either managed to grab the rest of them before they broke. But he's got a vast array of ingredients. And he is cooking up a storm. You can see there is the cookers are going. He's frying. He's sautéing. He's flambeing. There's a particularly large gout of flame as you're stood there, and you go like, whoa. And he's cooking all sorts of things.
Right. Okay. Right. Well, look. Everybody donated something. They wouldn't take any money for it. I mean, we've got plenty of supplies. Do you need me to stay and give you a hand for a while? Or do you just want me out of your galley?
No, should be fine, Miss Alora.
Fine. Okay, well, I'll work my magic and you work yours then. And she'll just smile sweetly and she'll walk away.
Okay.
She's going to leave the ship and go back into town on the hunt for Ogvar.
Okay. You leave Paul to it. You head back into town. And by the time you make your way back into town and you've spent a little time, I guess, settling a couple of things, maybe speaking to a couple of other people who approach you, Ogvar has arrived back.
So yeah, yep. Ogvar is between the church and the and the pub, sort of laying out what he's got. Sort of, he's not started arranging anything yet, but he is sort of like ordering it up, if you know what I mean. Like sort of leaves go over here and branches over there, and that sort of thing. And sort of probably still having a bit of a chat with Orland, sort of like clearing the air, make sure nothing's got a bit too weird.
Okay.
Yeah, and so he looks up and hello, Laura. I've got all the bits and bobs I went out for. The only thing I haven't done, I haven't managed to get hold of Otto yet. Sorry about the man on the dais. Yes, sorry.
Well, they probably haven't got that far anyway. Well, there was a lot of clearing out to do. Hey, Ogvar, these things are amazing. Oh, you are so good at this. This was definitely a job for you. They're so pretty. They're really, really good. They're going to look fantastic.
Oh yes, I think they'll do a grand job. I think you might need someone with a bit more of an excuse me, a bit more of a artistic eye to do the arrangements. But I think the most of it's there. And to be fair, I can't take all the credit. I think Orland helped me find. Most of them. Let's say, I seem to miss quite a lot.
Oh, okay. Bonding time for the boys then. Well, the boy in the bag. Yeah, okay.
As opposed to the boy's bag, yeah.
It's the man bag. Yeah, I mean, maybe we can do something with them together, you know, spend the afternoon kind of trying to fiddle something. I mean, I'm no creative expert with these things, but maybe we could try something together and cobble it together into something nice, or, you know, certainly acceptable. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the screaming. Oh, well, thanks for the heads up. Oh, God, that was... dear Avacyn, that was my mistake. I gathered loads
of... What went on?
Well, there's a couple of things happened, actually, since you've been gone. I went back to the ship. I've got a change of clothes. Everything hunky-dory there, so I'm looking nice and tidy for tonight. I spoke to Paul, and he seemed a little bit quiet, a little bit down, should we say. So I went out to get a load of supplies, and I've been rallying round. All the people have helped. The innkeep from the rhubarb and elderflower, I've paid for some drinks with him to supply some ale and stuff like that. And the bakers and the farmers, we've got eggs, we've got cheese, we've got flour, we've got all these things to make stuff with, and the butchers. And I asked Oswald and Adam to deliver it to the ship, but I suppose in my head I thought they might have dropped it outside the ship. I didn't think any further than that. Well, they took it up, bless them, and well, they bumped into Paul. I think there was a bit of a...
I see.
Yeah, well, I caught them as they were screaming as they were running back up into town. Oswald just fell over and, well, just passed out. I brought them back round and explained, and I've given them a few coppers to just go and get a drink to steady their nerves in the local establishment, and I think I've sorted that now, and I did apologise. I then went back to the ship, and I also apologised to Paul. But the good news is, well, I say it's good news. He seems to have got his hands on the vorpal knives, which I did put in the strong room, but clearly didn't really give much credence to the thought that he can actually get into any of the rooms on the ship, because nothing's going to keep him out. But anyway, he'd found the knives and he's employed them in the galley. And by God, can that guy wield a knife? Deadly with them. deadly accurate with the food, but I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of him. That right there is better than a Ring doorbell. That is security.
What's that?
I don't know. I heard it somewhere. Yeah. Anybody getting into that galley is not getting back out in one piece.
I think that's what they call metagaming.
Yeah, I think it might be. Good for a laugh, though. So, yeah. So anybody getting into that kitchen is just... That galley is just not getting back out in one piece. But, yeah, that's all sorted now. And he's got loads of food, and he is now in his element. I mean, you want to see what's in that galley. This guy is an absolute magician with food. I did offer help, but I just left him to it. He seems happier on his own. So, yeah. So that's everything I've been up to. So, about this stuff, let's see what we can make out of this. This is amazing stuff. Well done, Orland. Well done. Well done, Ogvar.
We try. We do our best.
Yeah. She claps him on the back. Big smile. In fact, she gives him a big hug because she's really impressed with his skills.
Okay. So, I will take it that for the remaining hours until this ceremony is due to start at dusk time, you will spend some time crafting decorations, and this is just your whole general pile-in. I mean, everyone comes to join in, everyone starts making decorations. You end up getting roped in. Ogvar, you end up getting sent up ladders to hang things and hang banners and garlands and all sorts. So you've got a load of people joining to help. You see people wheeling out candles. The priest, whose name I've forgotten again.
Lena.
There we go.
Lena. Yeah.
Lena appears out of the church, and she's carrying with her tall candle stands. She has a box of candles, which she starts setting candles up on window ledges, on tables. And what you see is, as an hour or two passes, this entire kind of area between the church and the rhubarb and elderflower turns into one big kind of almost festive centre. The tables and chairs are brought out from the inside of the pub. They're arranged outside. Garlands are hung, made from your living wood and leaves and other flowers and decorations. The candles which are brought out are they're clearly wax candles, but they appear to be coated in silver, or at least silver dust has been utilised in the setting of the wax to give it this shimmer to it. And as the light begins to drop, Lena goes around and lights the candles, and they begin to glow with obviously that warm golden light and start flooding the area. A brazier has been rolled out and it's been lit. Long tables are set up ready for food to be spread out. Oswald and Adam, having recovered during this time period, offer very bravely to go back aboard the ship to start carrying food from the ship back down. I'm just going to kind of hand wave that and say that you give them the okay. Paul is aware that they're coming, and they start bringing back platters and platters of cold foods, finger foods. You can see little sandwiches, almost some kind of like little sliders of some kind. I mean, Paul's been to Iceland clearly, and cleared out their party food range. And there are also things like cold meat boards where Paul's very, very delicately crafted like roses out of meats and all sorts of stuff.
Oh wow!
And it's a whole spread. And what I will ask is, Ogvar, your mushrooms. What were you doing with your mushrooms?
He's making a punch.
Mushroom punch.
Oh God!
Jesus, what is wrong with you?
Sounds appealing,
I'm
doesn't
gonna
it?
punch you.
You're not a fun guy.
There's not mushroom on the table for it. Sorry.
I wasn't. I was going to avoid it. It's too obvious. Like Van Gogh.
You see, Rick's been stalking the jokes. He's really capped it all off, hasn't he?
Oh.
Look, I've had this.
I think,
I've had this up to the gills now. Okay, I'm done.
The
Does Elora eat something that makes her unwell and makes her fall asleep?
She might do in a minute.
Can Sam, please?
But he's got some dream caps, hasn't he? Isn't that what the dream caps do? Send people off into a sleep.
I've got something that turns you into a cow.
There we go. Sorted.
I'm not going to say it. It's fine. No.
No, go on, please say it. It'd be very funny.
No, really don't.
I was going to say it's not going to work on Sam, but okay.
There's no difference. This one must be faulty.
Oh!
Oh, shots fired.
Why do you think
not?
it wasn't going to work?
Did you not get that from Rick?
Yeah, I did, but he just didn't really go there.
Oh,
He
okay,
did.
Nice.
I just expanded on it. Sorry, Ryan. What?
No, Rick just dipped to Tony. You went in with both feet.
Oh, what's that bright light? Oh, look, it's a scorching ray coming your direction.
I'm just star checking it.
So I think what Ogvar would have done with his mushrooms, what the plan was he wasn't trying to like spike anybody with anything. He just thought the people the lady at the church might have made use of them. Some of them were good for ailments, some were good for bolstering people. Some people get a bit of a constitution buff.
Yeah.
And then some obviously help people sleep. So it's just sort of, if anyone was going through a bit of a hard time, it might have just helped them get through it.
Okay, no, that's
in a completely legal, medicinal way.
He's going through town on a black horse and cart with a pair of sunshades on, hanging out the side of the cart.
He's suddenly
shaking
wearing
his little baggies.
He's suddenly wearing an Adidas shell suit.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
There's smoke pouring out of the cart, right? He's hotboxing the cart.
It's ever since he wore Jenric's clothes, he's changed.
Stunning. Oh God.
Yeah, the horse and the carriage has got a little badge on the back of it, so it says Vauxhall Astra. Okay.
Yeah, it's got Jenric to work some magic on it, so it's like bouncing like a funny car as it goes.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So yeah, no, that's fine. That's brilliant. I didn't know whether you were using them or giving them to the cooks or what, but that's fine. You've given them to the police.
No.
Okay, that's fine. So
Yeah.
evening rolls round, and by the time all of your preparations are ready, all of the food is out, alcohol is flowing freely, people have gathered. You can see that even the people who are ill or still frail have been seated. They seem to be, wrapped in blankets to keep them warm, because it is quite chilly at night still. And you then see that Lena has walked around, people have already helped themselves to food, and there is merriment, there is sorrow, there is remembrance, and this entire scene is swathed in the warm golden light of the candles and the fires and the braziers which have been set up. And it is, although it is an event of remembrance, you can still see that this is very much a celebration. It's not just a somber act. This is a celebration of lives, and there is a vast array of emotion tied to this entire event. But nevertheless, people seem to be enjoying themselves, and you can hear stories emerging about people. An older woman sits next to Lena, a mug of ale as she sways slightly, clearly already a little bit intoxicated, as she pats Lena and speaks comforting words, and almost you can hear her actually tell Lena of Samuel's youth and his childhood and some of the crazy acts he got up to when he was a priest in training. And you can see a tear in her eye, but she laughs along and she smiles, and she can't believe that the Samuel that she knew used to be some kind of tow rag who used to run around the field and tip cows over for fun, that kind of thing. And it's a hodgepodge of emotions. It is very emotionally charged. And as the evening wears on and the food settles down and people begin to have a little bit more drink and imbibe a little more alcohol, you can see that there is almost like a pending, tension begins to build, and there is almost like people start waiting. And it gets to a point where everyone is clustered together in this kind of central area, looking towards church, and there seems to be some kind of quiet goes over the crowd. It's almost like everyone instinctively knows that now is the moment. And Lena emerges from the church, symbol of Avacyn around her neck, her robes tidy and proper, as she stands in front of the crowd, and she begins to pray. She clasps her hands together and prays to the Lady of the Moon. And you can't hear the words that she is saying, but they whisper through your ears and they resound, and you feel a presence. The candles which were burning golden, the fires that were burning orange, all dim, and suddenly the candles flare up in a bright silver light, their flames turning silver as it almost kind of fills the area and bathes everyone in moonlight. Clouds above shift out of the way just so slightly, and you see the moon spills forth atop of everyone gathered, glinting off the roofs and suffusing the area in a soft white light as Lena continues to pray. And there is this pause where you will never be able to recount the words that she said in her prayer, but they resonate within you, and this feeling will stay for a lifetime. You know it will. As she prays, and there is that moment like the breaking front of storm clouds, where the air so thick with tension clears, and a wave of relief almost washes over everyone gathered. You see people visibly sag, visibly deflate, some sway alongside, ale in hand, eyes closed, seemingly almost swaying to a tune which you can't hear, but you feel the beat of it in your heart, in your soul. And as Lena finishes praying, the moment passes. The candles flicker and once again turn golden. The fire stokes up once more, suffusing the area with warmth. Cloud passes over the moon, cutting the light off. And there is that poignant moment where everyone is quiet. And then gradually the hubbub begins again. People once more chatter, stories are shared, children are shooed off to bed, being told it's far past their bedtime already. And the area is once again lively and full of life, and there's this relief, almost like the grief has been not washed away, but washed clean, dulled, diluted by the moon's light. And Ogvar and Laura, as you look around and absorbing this moment, two strangers within this community who are still included and you feel like you've been here for years. You're included in conversations about people you don't even know who they are, but you laugh along and you interact with people. It's as this moment breaks that you see past the corner, just stood almost on the corner of the rhubarb and elderflower, Jenric and Eric, accompanied by the frail figure of the man who you know to be Hans.
Okay.
And we'll leave that there for the moment as the night passes on, and as we'll come back to you in a second. Otto, up at the mines.
Hello.
You have spent the rest of the evening clearing up. And you know that there is going to be this celebration, but you know that you have work to do. The rest of the afternoon has passed quietly. Davy has continued to be not a problem, but a pest. His small comments have annoyed some of the men. This gap, this divide seems to grow. And as the dark sets in, you all kind of gather outside. And looking back towards the town, you see the glow of the fire. You hear very faintly the sounds of celebration and chatter. And some of the men look longingly, wishing that they could be there, but understanding that this is their job and they have to get on with it, and they need to get the remains out of this mine to make sure that the souls are settled. As they kind of almost look, they look wistfully towards it. And as you all stood there, you witnessed this event, you witnessed the clearing of the clouds, the silver light coming down, touching upon the town, the silver glow that almost appears to be kind of emanating from the centre. And you're not excluded from this. You feel the moonlight caress your skin as well. You feel the moon's power. You feel a connection to the land, Otto, deeper than you normally do. You've felt at the level of this connection once or twice before. You don't hear the lady's voice on this occasion, but you feel her sorrow and her blessings wash through you and wash through this mine. Almost perhaps amplified by this silver, this holy metal, which is at your back.
I think if he's experiencing this and everyone else is, he might just perhaps lead him into a druidic ritual blessing the moon in return, just essentially to bond them and to make them really appreciate what the land is perhaps giving to them.
I think that'd be very reasonable to say that you were able to do that. The men are feeling mournful, wistful. They're very much in this kind of reminiscent mood. So it's very easy for you to kind of pull them together and say, let's give something back, let's return to the lady. And you're able to lead them through a simplified druidic ritual. Certainly nothing complex. It's something very simple that, it's perhaps one of the first rituals you learnt. Of course, there is one who abstains. Davy, of course. He stands lurking at the edge, shrouded in a darkness. You see the sun, the moonlight, it touches him, but he doesn't appear to be touched by it. And Esther beside you, she's very enthusiastic in joining you in any kind of praise and worship. And for those who perhaps feel a bit uncomfortable, don't quite understand the druidic ways, she very happily leads them along in a prayer in the normal, traditional Abyssinian prayer style. And the moment passes, the moment breaks, and you're left with certainly 14 quite emotional feeling men, and an evening and night to pass. Okay. Are you planning to have them settle down for the night? Where are you planning to settle down? Anything special you're doing? Sorry, no, that was very open-ended.
So no, so I think what we've done is obviously we've been clearing away things near the front, but I'm assuming that perhaps the bodies and such would have been left outside, covered, put into sacks.
So I would say you haven't reached the floor. You haven't reached any bodies yet, other than monster remains. You've managed to clear as far through in the afternoon that you've been working. You've managed to clear through to the point where you've hit this area where the prisoners were kept on the first floor. And progress has stalled a little bit there because you're cutting out bars, and these bars are quite thick, and there's quite a lot of them. So progress has slowed down where you've been cutting through bars, but you'd imagine probably tomorrow morning you'll probably move through to the spider room and then up into the second floor of the mine and leave some people to keep on clearing out these bars. But for now...
So presumably if they've got that far, he would have got as far as the guy who was on the horse in the corridor and the guy that was pretending to be Esther.
Yes,
yeah, there would have been 3 bodies, I think, yeah.
I completely forgot about those guys. You would have found those bodies and you would have been able to move them out. Perhaps not so gently, the men here realising that these are people's captors and probably the source of a significant amount of the town's pain. They're not treating the bodies gently. They're not being outwardly disrespectful. They appreciate that death is death, and you don't go and kick a corpse or spit on a corpse unless you want to invite bad luck. They're being very pragmatic about it. They're moving the bodies clinically, but they're not particularly careful either. If one happens to knock his head on a wall as they round a corner, well, tough shit,
Whoops.
That's fair.
Well, there wouldn't have been much left of her, would there? She was incinerated with the fireball, wasn't
Yeah, well,
she?
they found a dustpan and brush for her, okay? They brushed her right up and just out the wall, bang, 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 sorted. Yeah.
I think that perhaps after maybe having a meal and perhaps a bit of communal time outside, perhaps it would be more sensible to just rest in the first part of the mine, if that's been cleared out. Certainly big enough, I think, and it gives you some protection against the elements to a degree. I think perhaps Otto would have set a rough watch in 2s or 3s, giving people plenty of time to rest up. And also, I think Otto will want to just take Davy to one side, and just bearing in mind the ideas that Elora has seeded, just try to take one last time to convince Davy to perhaps change his ways. And this is kind of, as far as Otto sees, is kind of his last chance to try and turn him around to a degree. But this is, of course, assuming Davy doesn't just ignore him and walk off again.
Okay. So what are you saying to Davy? It's very easy to take him to one side privately.
Yeah. So, Davy, we've spoken, and I don't want you to disrupt things anymore. Let's be blunt. You're obviously someone who's been hurt in the past. My understanding is that you've lost someone very close to you, and you can probably remember very keenly how that felt. You can feel that pain, and I'm sure it's still with you. But for these people, that pain is still fresh. It's still very real, very now. And a real leader might take that moment to share their own experiences and use those experiences to help the men around you. If you were to have any hopes of regaining the respect of your men, that might be the way to do it, through understanding, not by trying to bully them and coerce them. This is your chance to try and make that up. You have tonight to, when you take your watch with the others, just to speak with them, try and maybe not lift their spirits, but help them find their way through, maybe a better way than the one you chose. This is your chance. I hope you take it. If you don't want to do that, then I would suggest to you that maybe if you weren't here in the morning, we wouldn't come looking for you. We'll give you your chance to go find a new home somewhere else. But that choice is yours. And if you're staying here, you will need to step up. You'll need to be a more positive force here. I am a stranger here. I can see how everyone else is thinking of you now, and they're not thinking well of you. So, my guess is you do have this one last chance. Take it.
Can you please make me a diplomacy check? At disadvantage.
Oh, there we go.
That's
Okay, well that's not too bad. That's a 10. That's a 13, so plus 16, 26 with disadvantage.
Ooh.
Okay. Let me check.
I don't have high hopes.
Okay. So Davy, throughout this conversation, has been bristling. He hasn't walked away, but he has clearly been bristling with anger, tension, and it's towards the end of your conversation when he snaps and says something. He looks at you dead in the eye. You're right. You are a stranger here, and you have no business interfering nor to bring up my own personal matters. And he looks at you, snorts, and then spits at your feet.
Ah, well, that's a shame. I was hoping that you might have been a better person. Never mind. You take that walk tonight. I don't expect you to help out and to keep watch with the others. I don't expect you to help them through their pain. What I said in hope. I've lost that hope now, and you've lost your chance. Pack your
I'm
things.
not leaving. These are my mines. I am not leaving. I'm not leaving my home. You have no right.
I don't, but your men do. And my thinking here now is that they're no longer your men. They're the ones cleaning out this mine. You're the one who walked off and left them to do the work. I'd say they've laid their claim. It's your chance. You've had your chance to maybe turn things around, but I can't see that happening. These men will not accept you as a leader anymore, and nor should they. See you around, Davy. Maybe go for a private little camp in the caves. Don't get lost.
You better sleep with an eye opened.
Sounds like a threat, Davy.
He spits once more at your feet and turns around, disappearing further into the mine.
I think with that, so he's going to shrug. He's tried time and time again. He'll go back to where everyone's starting to take a rest. Sorry, lads. Davy's obviously decided he doesn't want to be part of what we're doing here. I'm sorry to see that. I tried. But I guess you're clearing up your own minds now. I guess the work we're doing here is at least going to be enough for you all to look back on and recognise as the best thing you've done since Davy's left. He says he's not leaving these mines, and that's up to him, but I think this is yours now. I think you should lay claim to these, and if I can help you with any of that, do let me know. In the meantime, thank you so much for your help. This is not an easy job. This is a horrible job, and it'll get worse as we go in. I'm here for you. I'm here to take on the worst of that for you as well. Just maybe remember those of you that one of you who didn't want to help the town, who didn't want to help the people who have suffered. I hope everything gets better from here on out.
A sombre mood fills the mine until a small voice pipes up, and it's very recognisable to be the voice of Evan. What did he ever do for us, lads? Kicked us around, shouted at us. Now he doesn't want to help. We've got a job to do. Let's sort it out when we get back to town. We've got work to do. And there's a general kind of mumbling, rumbling, and kind of agreement with that general tone that this is a problem for later. That right now they've got something to do. You know, they're doing a job. And very quickly the men settle back down, and this kind of sombre moment passes. You can tell it's still in the back of everyone's minds that, you know, that something is going to have to give, but they're not sure what, and they're not sure how this will turn out. But something will have to change. And you were able to set watches, and I'm assuming you will take watch yourself at some point, but you will also leave the watch to these other men and Esther as well.
Yeah,
okay?
Absolutely.
So you've got enough men there where you're able to set pretty much a rotating kind of like 1 hour watch shift, so everyone gets a load of sleep, and you know people are on watch for an hour. You split up with Esther, and you've got a decent watch going. And could you please make me a perception check?
I can certainly try.
Perception.
When you're saying perception, is it going to be spot? Is that what we're looking at? Listen?
No, it won't be a spot, it won't be a listen check, because that's not what I'm exactly looking for. So please make me a d20 roll with your proficiency bonus and wisdom.
So the proficiency bonus is 5e thing there. I can add my wisdom to it.
Yeah. So sorry, roll d20 with wisdom. I'm already thinking 5e.
I did get a nat 20 plus 6 for 26.
Hey!
We had to have one today.
Nice one.
Okay, that's great. That's brilliant. And then, can I have Ryan? Could you please make me the exact same roll, d20 with wisdom?
No problem. Okay, I rolled a 17 with a wisdom of +1, so that makes it an 18.
Lovely, excellent. And Mother, could you please make me a d20 roll, high or low? Rick, you pick.
High.
For good or bad. So pick one for good.
High for good.
Is that including my wisdom or not?
No, just make your d20 roll.
Oh, good. Okay, fine. It's 7. It's low.
It's bad.
Ooh.
It's very bad. Okay. So, I need... What do I need? Ryan, could you please make me a d20 roll and send me the result of that d20 roll? Actually, no, sorry, not a d20. Make me a d6 roll and send me the result on Discord, please.
Okay. Okay. Just open the private chats. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Excellent. Okay. Otto, you are woken up in the wee hours of the morning. We're talking like 2 to 3 a.m. here. Very early, the darkest, deepest point of the night where not even crickets outside are making a sound. You are woken up by a scent and a very quiet sound. As you rouse and you blink to get the sleep out of your eyes and look around to see what is happening, you see the burly form of Davy, silhouetted by a light that has been set up further into this cave, moved backwards into the larger area to provide some light but still keep the room you're all kind of sleeping in and camping out in shrouded in darkness. His silhouette is recognisable, his big beefy figure, his broad musculature. The smell is eerily familiar. Coppery, irony, and a vague alchemical scent that you recognise. The sound is even more disturbing. As your eyes adjust and you see the silhouette, you see a smaller, leaner figure entangled with him. The gurgling sound as a body drops to the floor, choking on its own blood. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh, what?
Now.
Okay.
Oh,
Well.
God.
Wish you were here.
Oh.
Anyone gonna have a guess at what that was?
You can have guesses if you want.
Well, let's not give the DM ideas.
I've already got ideas.
Oh, I guess that.
As our camera panned back to town, we saw our sorceress take a real shine to an all-new showering situation as she headed shipside. Promptly, she popped out to collect donations and acquire alcohol for the upcoming celebration in remembrance of lives saved and souls lost. Meanwhile, the townside heroes were alerted to trouble brewing. A nasty shock for Oswald in the ship's galley had seen him run away screaming before eventually passing out prone in abject panic after unexpectedly stumbling into the Elysian's ghostly gastronomist. In an attempt to fix her faux pas, Elora plied Oswald with a couple of coppers, persuading him to seek solace in a tankard of ale to alleviate his anxieties, and all would be well again. That's it from us for this week. We hope that you'll join us next week for episode 198. Hey, you made it this far, so lend us your ears for a moment longer if you will. Firstly, we are most humbled that you are enjoying our yarn, and the crew thank you from the bottom of their hearts for your patronage. Producing this podcast is incredibly hard work, and as such, if you would like to support us, there are a few ways in which you could really make a difference. Sharing links to friends and family helps to spread the word so others like you can find us, and in turn they too can enjoy the show. Equally helpful is leaving a 5-star review on Spotify and any other streaming services, which will help us immensely. Or, if you feel you could go that extra mile and contribute a few coppers to keep our creative juices flowing, you can hop on over to our Buy Me a Coffee page or drop us an email. We would all be immensely grateful for your support in any form. Lastly, we invite you to visit our website, where you will find information on our campaign from backstories to settings. Join our Facebook group or follow us on Twitter. All the links are in our episode bios. Don't forget to smash the subscribe and download buttons so you never miss the next episode. See you all again next week, folks.